Muy buenas a todos, gente, bienvenidos a un nuevo episodio aquí en el canal de Don Pepperronin. Vamos a continuar con esta fantástica serie de Genshin Impact. Vamos a continuar justamente donde lo habíamos dejado en el episodio anterior, en el cual hubo mucha gente. Estuvo Dilla, estuvo Alacenas, estuvo el Sino, estuvo Candace, estuve yo, estuvo Paimon, hubo unos lobos, estuvo el chamoyaldo este que traigo aquí en el hombro. Pero bueno, vamos a continuar. Pero antes de eso quiero pedirte que por favor te suscribas al canal, dejes tu like en el episodio y me sigas en mis otras redes sociales que te dejo aquí abajo en la descripción. Te lo pido por favor, ayúdame a llegar a la meta de los 1000 suscriptores. Quiero cobrar, quiero ganar dinero, quiero vivir de mi sueño, quiero poder traerles más contenido, traerles más juego, usar ese dinero para comprarme más juegos, para poder traerlos al canal, para poder conseguir más suscriptores, para poder conseguir más dinero, para poder conseguir más consolas, para poder conseguir más juegos, para poder conseguir más gente y así sucesivamente hasta que me muera. Sin más preámbulos, vamos a comenzar. Misiones de mundo. Hace mucho que no tenía. ¿Sabes qué me hace falta? Musiquita del clan Giga. Aquí me siento como si estuviera en la corrida del clan Giga.
Although I've sent myself into exile, I'm still doing essentially the same things as before. Do you still have any questions for me before we start our investigation?
¿Por qué llaman guardianes de la aldea a los... si están locos?
One of my former subordinates told me that this title has its origins in a strange incident. The academia has long exiled mad scholars to Aru village. A mysterious phenomenon exists here. When mad scholars first arrive, they are as incoherent and deranged as before. But after spending some time here, they invariably begin to calm down. Initially, the people of Aru village greatly resented having to take in the mad scholars. But a strange incident one night changed that. Aru village was struck by the strongest earthquake in living memory. Seeing buildings on the verge of collapse all around him, suddenly, he noticed a mad scholar crouching in a corner, caressing the ground with his hands. A soft, green light radiated from him, like despite the powerful tremors that ripped through the ground that night, all the houses remained upright, almost as if they had grown roots reaching deep into the ground. In the end, not a single building collapsed. After that, the people of Aru village treated the mad scholars with greater kindness, and began to refer to them as the village keepers.
The soft green light? A mad scholar protecting Aru village?
Es posible que se debiera al poder de
What do you make of it,
Najida.
traveler? Paimon thinks so too. Actually, Sino, do you know if any of the mad scholars continued to wear their Akasha terminals at Aru village?
In theory, they would continue wearing them so the academia could still monitor their activities. With that said, the main Akasha system would no longer have any interaction with them.
Oh, no wonder! Everything makes sense then! Add in the fact that they calmed down, it was probably Nahida who calmed them.
If you are able to draw a conclusion from this one story alone, then it appears you possess much more information than
Uy,
I
mijo, si
do.
yo te contara.
So, what do you make of the story?
El poder de los eruditos locos viniera de la reina menor Kusanali. Ella fue quien realmente protegió la aldea.
Really? Lesser Lord Kusanali.
What? You don't believe us? Lesser Lord Kusanali was definitely using the Akasha to give her power to the mad scholars!
No, it's not so much that I don't believe you. I'm just struck by your reasoning.
Este
Lesser
vato es
Lord
como una mezcla entre
Kusanali,
Shao y
the
Albedo,
current
¿sabes?
Dendro Archon. Is she really active in Sumeru? The Academia has always placed far greater importance on the late Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. They've more or less ignored Lesser Lord Kusanali, and I've never had any reason to doubt their views. In addition, I've never heard any stories about Lesser Lord Kusanali and her deeds. To me, she might as well have been a god that never existed.
No way! Nahida definitely exists! She's a... How should Paimon put it? She's a good Archon who's kind and wise, even if she says weird stuff sometimes.
Y me salvó la vida una vez, no hace mucho tiempo. Además, salvamos juntos en la ciudad de Sumeru.
I've spent many years interrogating criminals, so I can easily tell when someone is lying.
Y ustedes no
Then
están
you should
mintiendo.
know that we're telling the truth.
That look in your eyes. I've never seen that from a liar.
Cuando una persona
You
puede
two really
detectar las
must have
mentiras
met
por el
Lesser
lenguaje
Lord
corporal
Kusanagi.
y se da cuenta de que alguien no está mintiendo cuando dice algo que parece increíblemente improbable, no necesariamente es que esa persona no esté mintiendo. Tal vez esa persona cree que es real, ¿sabes? Si tú le preguntas a un niño si existe Santa Claus, te va a decir que sí y todo su cuerpo va a decir que sí. Su lenguaje corporal te va a decir que sí, pero eso no significa que sea cierto.
How can this be? To think. Our Archon has been amongst us this entire time.
All right, now it's our turn to put our skills to
Among
good
Us.
use for this investigation.
Manos a la
But
obra.
easier said than done, especially since we don't have any leads.
Excuse me, are you here to help me find my grandpa?
Huh? Who are you?
Es Shenlin.
By the sounds of it, a resident of this village.
My name is Isak.
Isaac.
You'll help me find my grandpa, right?
Is your grandpa a mad scholar?
Hey, don't say that. Grandpa is just Grandpa. Why do you have to call him that?
The person you're referring to is not a local, yet you are. Why do you call him Grandpa?
Grandpa is just Grandpa. He's my family. I heard everything you said to the village chief. Please, you gotta take me with you. I want to find my grandpa. I swear I'll help. I won't be a nuisance.
Ah, so you're the one who was eavesdropping on us around the village chief's house. I was planning to go out and take care of whoever it was, but I had a vague feeling that they didn't harbor any ill intent.
Whoa. Haven wasn't kidding about Matra having sharp senses. Sino, he's just a kid. All he wants is to find his grandpa. Let's find a way to help him.
Sorry. I was only listening in because I wanted to know where Grandpa went. Honest. If you don't believe me, you can ask Miss Candace.
All right,
Tenemos que ayudarle.
but first, let's confirm the facts with Candace.
A ver, entonces, vamos para acá.
Sino is super vigilant. Is this what all the Matra are like?
Ah, you're back already.
We just wanted to confirm something with you. Do you know a boy by the name of Isak?
I had a feeling he'd go looking for you.
Huh? You knew this would happen?
Yes. Although he tried his best to stay hidden, I still noticed him eavesdropping outside the window. He really wants to get his grandfather back. Isak's parents were both Aramite mercenaries who rarely returned to the village after finding employment in the city. He was raised by his grandfather. Unfortunately, it was only a few years before his grandpa passed away.
¿Cómo?
Isak was still very young at the time, so various families in the village took turns
Ay.
caring for him so he could survive. Later, an elderly mad scholar arrived at the village. Isak thought the scholar bore a striking resemblance to his grandfather, and thus often spied on the man. However, the scholar was unkempt in appearance and incoherent in speech. Although Isak referred to the man as his grandpa, he was afraid and didn't dare to approach him. One summer night, the oft mumbling and bumbling grandpa suddenly calmed down and seemed to become more lucid. He even noticed Isak hiding in the distance. So Grandpa walked up to Isak and patted him on the head. He even took Isak to the entrance of the village, where he patiently taught the boy the names of the stars, and accompanied Isak until he fell asleep. The next morning, Isak woke up and wanted to go find his grandpa again, only to realize his grandpa no longer recognized him. However, Even so, Grandpa retained his calm expression. It's
¿Por qué tienen
said
que
that
meter
those who
historias
saw
tan
the
tristes
scholar
así? ¿Por qué
claimed
no?
he
Vámonos de
no longer
aventura,
appeared to
pégale
be
a los
crazy,
malos y ya.
but appeared to be living in his own world.
Vengo de
Almost as if
Inazuma,
he were
¿sabes?
sleepwalking.
Inazuma ya fue bastante
Isak
triste.
was thrilled that his grandpa was able to find peace and would follow him all the time, asking him things like, "Grandpa, want me to take you somewhere fun?" Or, "Grandpa, could you tell me stories about the stars again?"
All this somehow just makes Paimon feel really sad. It seems like they both deserve so much better.
Perhaps. Nearly everyone who lives in the desert has some form of hardship or regret. But even so, we must still continue on with our lives. It's also my reason for fighting. I must continue to protect this land.
¿Es posible que el abuelo lúcido fuera Najida? Seguramente fue también la que le vio los no sé qué. A juzgar por la cara así no debe estar pensando lo mismo que yo.
Maybe the people have always had a considerate God watching over them.
Huh? What did you say, Sino?
Lo que
No,
escuchaste.
nothing. As long as Esau keeps his word and doesn't get in our way, we can take him along.
Perhaps you are more compassionate than I gave you credit for. Please accept my thanks on Isak's behalf, Sino.
No tienes nada de qué agradecerme.
Hey, Isak!
Oh, it's you guys!
We've cleared everything up. Let's go find your grandpa.
¿No es ese señor que está aquí atrás de ti?
Really? Wow! Thank you so much!
Encontraremos a tu abuelo sano y salvo. Bueno, a ver, sano y salvo, no te lo prometo. Es un señor ya grande.
Let's ask the local
perdido.
residents some questions first.
No te prometo nada, pero ojalá que sí. Quimeras, ilusiones y engaños. ¿Esa fue la misión? ¿La misión de Arconte? A ver, estuvo entretenida hasta la parte que llegamos aquí. Digo, lo del Arconte y eso fue muy entretenido. Lo de Escaramucha y tal.
Excuse me, did you happen to see where the missing scholars went?
You mean the village keepers? Oh, let me think. When I was eating dinner the other day, I saw one of them by the side of the road, muttering away and eating mushrooms and tree roots. They shouldn't go around eating that kind of stuff.
Okay. Did you notice anything?
Anything else? No, I think that's all I have to tell you. Sorry.
Rayos. Sigamos preguntando. A ver usted, señorita, ¿qué me puede contar? Shani.
The scholars that have gone missing. Have you seen them?
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes. You look like a real fighter.
Don't change the subject.
Right. You were asking about the mad scholars. I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night. But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past. If it weren't for them, my house would have collapsed long ago.
Do you also think Grandpa and the others are good people?
Grandpa? Oh, hello there. It's little Isak. You mean that nice man who looks like your grandpa's long-lost twin, right? He was actually the one who protected my house. I saw it with my own eyes. He happened to be staying near my house that day and was doing something with his hands on the ground. It still feels pretty surreal now that I think back on it. Did someone teach them how to do that? Well, whatever the case, I'll always be thankful to him and whoever taught him to look out for others. I'm pretty sure that if I ever went mad, I wouldn't be able to do anything like that.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Siguiente persona. A ver, cuéntame algo que me diga dónde está el abuelo. ¿No tendrá su dirección de casualidad así como, oye, está aquí?
Sir, have you seen my grandpa recently? You know, the one who likes to sit and space out near the village entrance.
Oh, well, if it isn't Isak. Oh, your grandpa, huh? It's been a while. The last time I saw him, he was spacing out by the road as usual. I went and asked him if he'd like any of the food I had prepared, despite my wife's protests. Like many people, she's really quite terrified of them. And speaking of my wife, she's still always complaining about how I don't make enough mora. That might explain why she's always mad at me.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for taking care of him.
It was nothing. You're looking for him, right? Did he go for a walk and get lost?
Yeah.
That's no good. Well, once you found him, come by my place again and I'll cook a little something for the both of you. I've known you since you were very young, so as far as I'm concerned, you're family. Please feel free to come by anytime.
No, cuidado, niño.
Wow,
No caigas
what a
en su
nice
trampa.
guy.
Niños,
Okay.
cuando un señor les
Thank
ofrezca
you,
quedarse
sir.
en su casa, cuéntenselo a quien más confianza le tenga.
Don't say anything for now. Isak, stay here. Let's head over there. Stay quiet as you move.
Vaya, va a haber fregadazos. Quiero fregadazos. El rey de Zaret. Así lo pronuncian. Ah, caray.
Listen, see if you can make out what they're saying.
Have you heard? The mighty Scarlet King, the sovereign of our faith, will soon return to this world.
Yes, of course I have. The Scarlet King is the one and only true ruler of this land. I've never believed in any other gods. Still, you say he's coming back, but it sure doesn't feel like life's about to change around here anytime soon. What's your proof?
Haven't you noticed? The village has been getting more deranged scholars than ever. Delavar was saying that many people also went insane just before the fall of the Scarlet King's civilization in ancient times. We don't quite know why, but it seems like there's some sort of connection between insanity and the Scarlet King. Isn't it a sign of the Scarlet King's power that all the mad scholars have disappeared? If you ask me, they must have been chosen as the final sacrifice for the Scarlet King's resurrection.
Huh. Now that you say it, that does make some sense. Does this mean our lives are finally going to take a turn for the better?
No creo.
Exactly. Those city folks will get what's coming to them.
Now, repeat everything you've just said from the very
Ya
beginning.
se los cargó el payaso. mano.
Huh?
La
Who are you?
mahamatra.
Where did you
La
come from?
mahamatra.
My patience is running thin. You heard what I asked.
Tiene las garras del Wolverine este vato.
Yeah. Bro, this guy's something else.
Bro.
Just look at his eyes. One wrong move, and he's gonna flay us alive.
Let's not get on his bad side, okay? I am no match for this guy.
Oh, okay, good sir. What is it you would like to know?
Tell me about the Scarlet King's resurrection.
Well, I only know a few things from hearsay. I went for a drink the other day and heard others talking about a rumor that the madmen will disappear and that the Scarlet King will return to this land. I'm not making this up. I swear.
Hey, go on. Keep talking.
It's true. It's all true, sir. We desert folk have had more than enough of those people at the academia. They keep sending us all their mad scholars and won't let us have a good life. Would you want to live like this if you were in our place? The radicals were even more thrilled than me when they heard the news. We're all praying for the Scarlet King's speedy return. Delavar also said that once the Scarlet King returns to our side, it's only a matter of time before we conquer the land on the other side of the wall. They're all willing to serve under the Scarlet King and fight for a share of the glory.
Is that so?
Seems like he still wants to know more. Keep talking.
Got it. At first, I told myself it was just the drink talking, but then all the mad scholars vanished without a trace, just as the rumors said. Please don't beat me up just for mentioning these rumors. If I'm guilty, then everyone else around here is also guilty. I'm just saying what the others said.
The people here really like the Scarlet King, but dislike the Dendro Archon.
Creo que lo que odian sobre las... Vea, creo que lo que odian sobre todas las cosas es la academia. Tal vez, la academia les dice que es el arconte les dice que es el rey está muerto. Cada quien cree lo que quiere creer.
Where is this radical person you talked about?
I haven't run into him over the past few days, so he probably hasn't been around the village. What about you, man? Have you seen him at all?
¿Por qué suenan tan
No,
gringos?
not at all. We wouldn't dare lie to you. He's really not here right now.
Sounds like you're not too close with the radicals.
No, of course not. All we know are their names.
A ver.
I have many ways to stop you from talking. And many others to stop you from sending warning messages. So you'd best just stay home and hope I don't hear of you trying to contact anybody. Don't do anything until I've gotten to the bottom of this. Try something foolish, and even Candace won't be able to protect you.
Yes, got it.
Se los va a
We'll do
cargar el
just as you say.
payaso. Si hablan. Si no hablan, ¿todo está bien?
That scared Paimon half to death. Sino is pretty terrifying.
Tenemos suerte de no ser sus enemigos. Ay, suerte. Tiene suerte él de que yo no sea su enemigo. ¿Por qué se menosprecia tanto el
Try
viajero?
to
El viajero
reassure
es un
us at
crack.
all. It's like he's used to hearing that. Oh, Paimon bets lots of people have told him that before.
Más razón para ponernos de su parte.
I heard that.
Sorry.
Perdón.
It's part of being a matra. The rumor we heard just now seems
Nah,
like a
son tus
strong lead,
orejotas, a mí no me engañas.
but we need to check a few more places.
¿Y si vamos a la casa de esos eruditos?
Very well.
Isaac!
I'm here.
Where's your grandpa's house?
Well, I can take you there. Just follow me.
Simón. Sigamos al mocoso. Estos puentes son muy peligrosos, digo, a ver. Es un niño, ¿sabes? Llámame loco, pero por aquí el niño puede matarse, digo, tampoco no es tan difícil. Haces esto y ya valiste caso. ¿Ves? Yo tengo alas, puedo volar, puedo trepar, no pasa nada. Pero el niño no creo que tenga edad para tener alas.
Grandpa? Oh, he likes to be alone. Sometimes he stares at the sky in a daze, and other times he just pokes at the ground with his fingers. Every now and then,
Tenía que hacerlo,
he
perdón.
yells out at the top of his lungs, so a lot of people are really scared of him. But he's a good person, really. I know he is. I swear, he's just like my real grandpa.
¿Cómo sabes? Tú ni lo conociste, chiño mentiroso.
Time to go.
Sí está lejos, ¿eh? Yo pensaba que estaba en el pueblo.
Well, this is where Grandpa usually
ya.
stays.
There sure isn't much here.
Ese olor apesta a muerto. ¿Notas ese olor a incienso?
No.
¿Cómo que no?
Incense? Please don't say it's the same one as before.
No, no puede ser otro.
But are you okay? Are you getting dizzy or need to lie down?
There's a scent that you can sense, but I can't.
A certain traveler here once passed out from that smell. Thankfully, Tainari saved the day. And then he gave us a long lecture to explain all about how it worked.
So, you know Tainari.
Fíjate nomás, somos compas.
Huh? You know him too? Are you two friends?
Claro, son los ear buddies.
Yes.
Nos acariciamos las orejas de vez
Now
en
that I
cuando.
concentrate, I can also make out the scent of incense.
Ay, no seas mentiroso, vato. Nomás porque no quieres quedar mal, cállate.
Wait, surely Tainari didn't lecture you too.
No. No need.
No me llevo bien con este olor.
Did you first encounter this scent at Tainari's house?
No, fue en un bosque donde una erudita estaba meditando.
In the forest. From a scholar.
Será más eficiente si vamos por separado. O sea, rúmbale al chorizo, compadre. Vamos a quedarnos aquí con él. No, a ver. Pistas. ¿Qué es esto? Aquí había algo, ¿no? Ni idea. A ver, pistas. Isaac, ¿tú eres una pista? Pistas. Observar tienda. Parece que alguien ha estado viviendo aquí todo este tiempo. Observar mercancía. Hay todo tipo de productos de primera necesidad. ¿Qué más pistas? Parece que los nopales pueden crecer en cualquier piedra. Habla con Sino.
What are you looking for, Sino?
Sino.
Here it is. Take a look right here.
Paimon doesn't see anything.
Arena, justo como lo sospeché.
Although the traces have been completely buried in the sand, there are footprints here, from the size and shape. They belong to an adult male. This pattern is a common one from this area. Local shoes. This was probably someone from the village.
A ver, estamos literalmente a 20 pasos de la aldea y en esa aldea viven muchas personas. Entiendo tu punto, pero sí sabes que mucha gente pasa por ese único puente, ¿no?
The scent is quite
Creo
faint,
que no es el único, pero es de los pocos que hay.
but still
Habrá 3 a lo
extant.
mucho.
The footprints head in the direction of the door.
¿Quieres decir que alguien más estuvo aquí?
But who would come looking for Grandpa? He doesn't have any friends.
¿Y luego tú qué?
We'd have to ask whoever lured him away with the incense.
Para atraerlo, ahora lo entiendo.
So you can lure someone away with just a scent?
Como Paimon cada que huele algo apetitoso.
Hey, what's wrong with liking good food? Everyone's got something they love in life.
Exactly. Most scholars are fond of incense, since the smell supposedly helps them
drogas,
clear their
no caigan en
minds and
eso.
discover new knowledge. Even deep within the clutches of madness, they still yearn for their knowledge-seeking days, and will follow the scent whenever it presents itself.
No, Grandpa.
So someone's taking advantage of their weakness? Huh. Still, why would anyone want to abduct all the scholars?
Por la resurrección del rey de esa red.
Are the rumors really true?
Scarlet King es lo único que sabemos por el
The
momento.
disappearance of all the mad scholars have something to do with the radicals?
It's highly likely.
Please, you have to save my Grandpa. Grandpa's
Tu hijo,
never done
tu
anything
abuelo está
wrong.
muerto.
Please help him.
¡Está muerto!
Sounds like we'd better help get him back. Don't you worry, Isak. We won't let whoever took him get away
¡Murió!
with it.
Le cortaron el cuello, está muerto.
Let's head to
Ok,
Aru
ya.
Village and inform Candace and the others about what we learned here. After that, we'll set off to find the scholars.
Vato, ¿no te molesta tener el cabello en tu ojo tapado ante sí? Siento que me molestaría mucho. Pero bueno, gente, aquí antes de que salga otra cinemática, otro texto que dure media hora, que no pueda saltar y tenga que alargar el episodio algunos minutos, prefiero cortarlo un poquito antes. Así que, oye, espero que te haya gustado el episodio del día de hoy. Cuídate mucho, te mando un fuerte abrazo. Recuerda que tienes aquí mi canal para que te suscribas al canal. Precisamente es un poco redundante, pero oye, suscríbete a mi canal. Tienes también un video que te recomiendo. Bueno, te recomiendo YouTube en base a tus gustos y una lista de reproducción para que vengas a ver los anteriores si es que este te gustó. En cualquier caso, suscríbete al canal, deja tu comentario aquí abajo, deja tu like, activa la campanita y nos vemos en el siguiente episodio. Cuídense mucho, les mando un fuerte abrazo y chao, chao.